this week's make is this joyful little project. Hello, I'm Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an absolute craft addict based in the UK, but my first love is definitely paper crafting, and I'm here to show you how to fold, cut and create the Ottaway. Look at these, okay? They look absolutely nothing, do they? They just look like a normal standard card, but with a little bit of a twist. So you open it out. Ta-da! Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And all you will need is a 6x6 piece of paper, preferably one that's a scenery one. And you can make this gorgeous card. So whether you're a beginner or you just need a little crafty fix, come walk with me. I'll tell you step by step how to make this beautiful card with no stress, just crafty fun and a little bit of joy. Hello crafty otters, thank you for being in my club. I'm so grateful to you for continuing to help me do what I love and what you love too. It's really lovely to have your support. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to leave a little heart in the comment or something so I know you've been here. So this card is super easy. I mean ridiculously easy. You are going to love it, and it's going to be one of those cards that you come back to again and again in your stash. You know, one of those go-to cards, and you'll start looking at your designer series paper a lot more different. You'll be thinking, oh, that's got quite a little scene on it. We could make that. So I made this one first because I needed a thinking of you card. It's some Stampin' Up paper that I've got in my stash, and it's just got a really lovely feel to it. It is dark, but it's not so dark that it feels really sombre. You can lift the mood by highlighting it with a different colour on top. And then, are you ready for this? This is the joyful one as well. Ready? Ta-da! I made a Christmas card. Okay, so this is an example of what else you can do. You can do a load of these. You can do a stash of these for your Christmas cards. And this, oh, what's that? This is an absolute joy to behold, isn't it? It is the perfect card for this, the perfect paper for this. It's got a lovely little scene going on there, but you just get a hint of it from the front. You open it out and ta-da! Look at that. And I've just not done much else with it. I've put a little sentiment there, a couple of 3D embellishments that came with the pack that I got, just added my little personal message here. And that's it. Now, you don't need to put this piece of paper on the front, so you can save yourself some paper there if you want, but I just feel like it finishes it off. The embellishments that you do, just be careful how thick they are because of posting. I've put mine on dimensionals, but you don't need to do that. And I've also, although you probably can't see, all the bits that are a bit snowy, I've gone along, and the red, the berries and the robin's chest. I've put some Wink of Stella, which is a very subtle way of adding some glitter to it as well. And it just pops off of the page. You can tell which one's my favourite, can't you? So, shall we create together? You're going to really, really love this. You're just going to need an A4 sheet of paper. I've gone really bright this time. And a 6x6 sheet of designer series paper. Like I say, preferably one that makes a little picture that you're going to chop up. Now, if you haven't got any that do that, if you cut yourself a piece of 6x6 white card or background paper, you can make your own scene, you know, add some flowers, do a line of trees, do a line of Christmas trees. In my Christmas card challenge at the moment, it's all about baubles. You could do some baubles hanging. Whatever it is, decorate that 6x6 piece of card and then have that ready to chop up. And then I've gone for this pattern for the front. Again, you don't need it, but if you've got lots of paper stash, this is a perfect way to use it. And all I've done is really picked out one of the colours that are on here. So I've gone with this green here, and I've looked through my card to find a piece that matches and a piece that matches this. And because it's on the bigger items here, that one and that one, a little bit on the bow there, a little bit there, it's sort of spaced out all over us, so it evens up the card when you're looking at it. If I'd just gone for the red, which would work just as well, it's quite a subtle red, it's not an in-your-face red, and usually card colours are quite strong, so there's just little bits of red, so the red didn't work. There's a different tone of green there, but this one goes better, I think. You could probably get away with this colour, which Stampin' Up! Colours would be like a pool party. That would probably go as well. So just look at the piece of card that or paper that you've chosen, and just pick out one of the colour that's on it, and that will help you with your coordination. So just to tell you about this paper. So I got this paper, it's called Christmas Market, and it's from Heltz. Couple-Ditch is the designer, but I got it from Craftilia. So that's a website that I ordered from. They've got loads of paper on on sale, which is a bit of a nightmare. I've already cut it up loads. There's loads of different sceneries, different sizes as well, but so many different papers. It's a 12 by 12 pack. So if you haven't seen anything like that before, go on their website and have a look, and it's called Christmas Market. I think it probably cost about £8 or something. Absolute bargain. So enough waffle, let's create. So what do you need size-wise? I struggled with the name of this card. I've just called it Scenery Card. I'm not very original, am I? But you just need the card base, which you're going to score. It's the way that you fold it that makes it into a scene. Designer series paper 6x6, and we cut that a tiny bit and then cut it into panels. And then the plain card is where your personal message will be, and the extra front panel is the bit at the front. Just to explain that, so if you screenshot that, you've got it in inches and centimetres. Ta-da! I can hear all your cameras clicking. They don't do that noise anymore, do they? So, starting, I've got a paper trimmer that is a cutter and a scorer. Mine's Stampin' Up, but you can get lots of different makes that do paper trimmers and paper scorers. That just means it's got two blades that go on the one line, and there's a cutting groove there that they slide along, and quite often I will use that when I'm doing my demonstrations about put it on the cutting line, use that to do your scoring, line it up, that sort of thing. Any questions, just leave them in the comments. That's what I'm here for. I always read everyone and reply to them. So card base, we want 5 7/8. So I'm in the UK, I've got an A4 sheet. I'm going to turn it long ways so that my scoring line is at the top. I'm going to be saying it in inches, sorry for all those centimetres, people. 5 7/8, and I'm just going to cut the whole length of the card. You're left with that bit, which you can definitely do something with that. I'm thinking tags, thinking little gift bag, all sorts of things. I know it looks tiny, you can definitely do something with it. Turn it sideways, and this needs to be 8 1/2. So it is a bit of a waste of an A4. Of course it isn't. You get all the extras to make other things because you're only going to get one from your A4 sheet. See, that's a really big chunk as well. Loads of things you can do with that. That's a whole nother video. So on this same side, you're going to do the score lines. So make sure if you've got, like me, a cutter and a trimmer, you get rid of that cutting blade because it's so annoying if you cut. Put the arm back in so we can see what we're doing. And we are looking for 1 1/4 inches. So 1 1/4, and we are just going to score it. Okay. And then 4 1/4. And that's it. No way, I hear you say. Yeah, that's it. 4 1/4. Okay, so if I show you how that folds, so that folds over that way to sort of make the card that's in half, okay, just like that. And then this bit folds backwards. And if you just get your bone folder, she says, not being able to find hers. Where's that gone then? Oh, I've got this old one. Let's use this old one. Oh my goodness me. So just confirm with the paper where you want it to fold, just like that. And that just helps you in the future, as in 2 minutes time. Okay, so that's your card. So basically we're going to put a panel on there, a panel on this piece, and then fit the panels inside so that it looks like a scene. If I bring it back and show you. So this is your card. You only need that folded over bit at the front. It's how you put it together that makes the wow. Okay. So how do we cut the paper? Well, first of all, we need a side piece to write your personal message on down the side of the card. Now you can adjust your sizes for wherever you are in the world, but mine needs to be 5 3/4 in height so that it fits down the side of my card, which I think I've already done this. So let's check. Yeah, 5 3/4, and it needs to be by 1 3/4. So that gives me that thin sliver there. Now, I've chosen this piece of paper. The reason I've chosen this is because when the front panel is there, it gives you a hint of inside, but it doesn't chop anybody in half. What I mean by that is, let's have a look. This is an example, but not a great one. If I cut down here, you would only see half of the snowman on the front, and it wouldn't look as good. Does that make sense? So have a think about which, once you've decided on your paper, just check where you're going to be cutting so you can tell straight away what's going to be on your front panel. So, which is this bit. Remember, you're only going to see this. So although I've cut into the reindeer, I've got most of him and he's looking backwards. So it looks like he's saying, open the card. Ta-da! Get it? Okay. So this one's got nothing here for me to chop other than this market stand. So I'm going to cut the first panel at 2 1/4. This is where I always go, is that the right size? Am I going to cut it the right size? I did a really fun thing on Instagram about how many times it took me to cut a card. And honestly, it was this card. Just to get the red bit, I cut the card, I don't know, 3 or 4 times before I got it right. My brain just wouldn't engage. Sorry. Back to the card. 2 1/4 inches. So I've double checked, triple checked. It's 2 1/4. I do want my cutting blade, and that's going to cut that bit off. So you can see straight away what's on the front of the card, and that looks quite nice. Now, the next piece is 1 5/8. So 1 5/8 is the next piece. Now, it doesn't matter so much on this if you're cutting something in half because they are seen side by side. So his arm's chopped off, but it's okay because he's only ever going to be seen with his arm. Okay, 1 5/8. Okay, so there's 1 5/8, and then the other piece should be 2 1/8. So 2 1/8, just like that. Now the only thing I forgot to do, how could I forget, was I needed to turn it sideways. Let's see if I can do it all in one go. Oh, will I be able to piece it back together? Because I should have done this bit first. I get too chatty, I get too excited about what we're doing. So before you cut it into panels, do this bit. Right, so I'm place mine all back together, and what you need to do is cut a small sliver off. So instead of 6 inches this way, it needs to be 5 3/4. Yes. Yes, it is 5 3/4. I'm doubting myself. Okay, 5 3/4, not 5 7/8, because the actual card is 5 7/8. Let's move it down again. Oh, I've moved it. Is it all lined up? Can you see that? It's all lined up. So 5 3/4. Now I'm going to cut a sliver off of all three. Do this first. But I'm also checking that where I'm cutting, it's not going to cut anything major. It's just the snow on mine. So it's only that bit, but sometimes that if your paper is really heavily decorated, it can mean that you're cutting a bit off that's really nice, and you'd rather cut it off the other side. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm really worried now that I've cut this wrong. Okay, let's have a look, because I should have done it first. No, it's fine. Stop overthinking it, Claire. It's fine. Okay, so that's the cutting done. Oh, no, it's not. The front panel. Let's do the front panel while we're here. So the front panel needs to be 2 7/8. So that's going to be 2 7/8. Might as well cut it all in one go, and then we can just glue it together. And 5 3/4 the other way, like so. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so if I lay these out, that's going to be the front piece. That's going to be the message piece. And then I've got these pieces, da, 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 like that. It's lovely, and the colours go. I'm very happy with it. So now I'm going to stick it on. So I'm going to move those up slightly, so you may only see a bit of them. And I'm going to bring my card in. Now what I need to do is really think about the placement of my papers. So we start with this message one. So if you're going to stamp anything on here, I would do it now. Okay. Did I bring that through? Did I bring my stamp set through? Let's have a look. Okay. Is there one on there I use? I could put From Our House to Yours. That's quite a nice one. Yep. Okay. So block. Oh, that is a massive block for that tiny little stamp. And the colour that I wanted, I'm going to do garden green just because it's going to stand out. So I've gone for a darker green than the card. Okay, from Our House to Yours. This is a very big block, but I'm not going to waste your time going and getting a smaller one. And I'm going to try, let's hope it's stamped straight. Yes! Oh, the relief. Okay, so I'm going to put glue all over the back of it. All over. Keep your paper flat and you glue at an angle to it, and then you won't get an overspill of glue. Okay, so placement. You're going to put it along this side because this is the bit that opens. But you need to leave a border, okay? So I'm going to put it down. I'm going to just hold it up that end, put it down that side, and I'm just going to have a look for just a gap, equal gap all the way down. And when I'm happy, I just check the top and bottom that it's in the right place. And then when I'm really happy, I just press it down. And that is that bit. Ta-da! Okay. The next bit we're going to do is this panel here. Okay. Now that is going to fit on there, and I am actually just going to go around the edge of this card because it's going on the colour and it hasn't got white on it. It's quite a dark piece of paper, so I want to just make it look finished. So I'll just do that all around the edge. If any of my tips have helped me, help me, or if you've got one of your own to share with us all, leave it in the comments. We'd love to see. We'll all craft this together. Do you know what? I checked this glue was working, and you just saw it work, didn't you, on that message? And now it's decided not to work. And it's going to have to, because I haven't got any other glue with me. Goodness me. Oh, I'm going to squeeze it so hard it's going to come out everywhere. What is going on? Is there another one? Oh, this feels even less. Please work, glue. Oh, goodness me. Don't think it's the glue, I think it's actually me. The pressure that I can put, oh, now I've got cat's fluff. The pressure that I can put on is not so great today. I need a personal glue squeezer. I'm going to have to go and get some. Here we go. This one's definitely working. Although the other one is working, I just can't put enough pressure on it. Oh, it's a pain getting older, isn't it? Here you go. Not that you can see the glue, but that is going to go on that side. And there isn't any way up paper, so it really doesn't matter which way round it is. That just goes on there. Like that. Now if I bring that piece back, like so, and I find the outside edge piece. Now this placement is really important. Now your instinct is to line it up here, okay, like that. But can you see what happens? You can see the white card and that doesn't look so good. So what you need to do is move it over like so. So there's still a border all round, but you can't see the white card, and that's where you need to stick it. So that means you need to put glue just on this half. So what we do, we put some glue down here, but we're very mindful where we're putting it. Okay, I've got runny glue, so I've got a little bit of slide on mine. I haven't put it along the top, I haven't put it down the side, and I haven't put it along here. So I've just sort of done it in the middle patch. And again, your instinct is straight away to put it on that side. So I'm going to use my hands to hold it out the way. And I'm going to line it up on this side where there isn't any glue. And when I'm happy, I'm going to bring it across. Like so. Okay, and I just wiggle it a little bit, make sure that it's all lined up. And when I'm good, when I'm smiling, I just press down on this bit. Try not to press on the crease, otherwise you end up with a line that looks like you've scored wrong. Okay, so just try and press on this bit here. And now it opens, but it also closes and covers. So if we open it up now, we're ready to do the other bits. So if you want to have a look what it looks like first, lay them in like so. Now you can see there's quite a big border around these, and maybe not such a big border on this one because you've had to move it over. So that's why it's a good idea to have a look at it first. Now what I can see that I need to do, because it feels like I want to put it there, but in order for it to look even in between, I actually need to put it more nearer the middle crease. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do first. I am going to do that one first. So I'm putting some glue on the other side. This is the middle piece. And where my fold in my card is, I'm going to put it almost on that fold. Okay, like there. Because then it gives me that nice border in between. Okay. Just check that everything is okay. It closes and opens. And then this one is going to go just in the middle of this panel, because there's a nice border there and there's a nice border there. Oh, thank you, glue. Love the glue, Craft Fairy. Okay, so this one, I'm just trying to get it in the middle-ish. Okay, like that. There you have it. Okay. Oh, look. Doesn't it look good? Okay, so now you can embellish it to your heart's content. So on this one, I did this little sentiment. So I've got one of those already die cut. It's from a layered set that I've got. I love the stitching detail and the shape around the edge as well. And I've got the sentiment here. It just says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It again is from Stampin' Up! Itty Bitty Christmas. Really old set that, you know, one of those sets that every Christmas, no matter how many new ones you buy, it's the one you go back to over and over again. And it's just perfect because it says everything you want it to say. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's it. Okay, so I put this one on with dimensional, so I'm going to do the same here. But again, I just want it to be overhanging, so I'm only going to put dimensionals on this side. So I'm just going to put 2, I think, because it's got no weight on it, and I think it will be fine. I don't want it to cost more when I post it, do I? Okay, so that's going to go there. And then, oh, there was a little bag of goodies. So I've got these embellishments here. Let's see if anything goes. So a tree, not really. I need something a bit shopping-y. Oh, a little snowman. That does quite go, but it's really big, so maybe not. A little parcel here. That might go. What's this one? Village news, a little reindeer. Ooh. Postbox. Would a postbox go? No, I don't think that goes. Another snowman. Oh, let's have a look, because there is already a snowman there. Oh, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Should we go with the snowman? Okay, let's go with the snowman. Again, I only want half covered in glue. So just turn it over and just put half in the glue. Bring it back again. Line it up. So it looks like he's feeding the bird actually, so that's quite nice. Is there anything else? Maybe a little bit of holly there. That's quite nice. Let's do that. Let's stick a dimensional on the back of that, and then we can say it. You know what it is. Okay, let's put that on there. Just on there. Move all these out the way. Bring back our cards. This one, that's it now. I'm into Christmas. Okay, so this is how you make it just an ordinary. You don't have to jazz it up too much. It says what you want it to say on your sentiment, and there's room for your personal message. And then you've got some Christmas card ideas here with different scenery. I really love them. Absolutely love them. Look, ta-da! Which one is your favourite? Oh my goodness, I love them. So until next time, happy crafting and be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for crafting with me today. I hope this has given you a little bit of joy and inspiration. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, just chat to me. I always reply. Subscribe if you'd like some more cosy papercraft ideas every week. And if you'd like a little bit more of me and lots of extra goodies behind the scenes, tutorials and all sorts, then join my Crafty Otters Club. The link is below. Thanks for watching.